And we want to shift gears here for a minute tonight. For the first time, we're hearing from UH doctors after they traveled to Ukraine to perform vital surgeries there.
Our Isabel Lawrence first met the doctors just before they left on their trip. And tonight she shares more about what they're calling an exhausting and rewarding time in Ukraine.
Yeah, it's going to be so great.
Doctors Andrew Drozd and Shubhum Gupta are back in the U.S. after they and two other UH doctors spent 5 days treating patients in Ukraine.
Definitely exhausting, but very rewarding.
Spearheaded by Dr. Laura Bukovina, who was born in Ukraine, the trip involved 5 straight days of surgeries, operating for 10 to 12 hours to treat about 20 patients, most soldiers wounded in battle.
The extent of the trauma was something I'd never seen before.
Dr. Gupta is chief of reconstructive urology at UH. He says the trip was sobering, humbling, and gratifying.
There's probably a cascade of emotions that one can use to try and describe our experience there. And honestly, myself and the other surgeons are still processing a lot of the things that we saw, but our overall experience was phenomenal.
One emotion felt by fourth-year urology resident Dr. Drozd was pride. His grandparents are from Ukraine, and he used his knowledge of the language to communicate with doctors and patients.
To go and to be immersed and to see how passionate and patriotic all of the people are, even the civilians in the cities, is something that it's hard to put into words.
The UH doctors also trained their Ukrainian counterparts in reconstructive urology, hoping to one day return to continue healing and teaching one another.
What we've started is a little spark, and we want to make sure it continues to kind of flourish.
Well, something that stuck out to me was the connections these doctors formed. Some of the soldiers they treated were so grateful, they gave one of the UH doctors patches from their military uniforms. And the Ukrainian nurses made them home-cooked meals to make sure that these doctors were fed.
Oh my God, I cannot imagine the appreciation that they have.
So nice.
Yeah. Isabel, thank you. Great story.